Alright, in this video we are going to see what happens when we change the gradient of a graph. To do that, we will first insert just a basic line into our graph. So we'll do that by going Menu, Graph Entry. We're going to insert an equation template, line y equals mx plus b. Now it's important that we do choose that one. On your calculator it might come up differently, but the last thing you need to push is obviously this one, line y equals mx plus b. It'll come up like this with E1 standing for equation 1, and then y equals m, our gradient, x plus c, which is our y-intercept. For this one we're going to insert with a gradient of 1 and a y-intercept of 0, which means it will pass through the origin. Hit enter and it will come up like this. What I'm now going to do is increase the gradient. So see what happens to the graph when I increase the gradient, but I'm going to keep the y-intercept at 0, which will pass through the origin. Alright, so let's make the gradient 2 and the y-intercept 0 and see what happens to the graph. You can see that it has got steeper. It has got more vertical. So the first one had a gradient of 1, second one had a gradient of 2. If I was to make it 3, obviously you'd expect this to get steeper once again. As you can see, that's what it does. Let's do that one more time and make it 4 and 0. It's got more steeper again. Let's do the opposite though. Let's start with the gradient at 1 and let's go down towards 0. So let's go 0.5. So when the gradient is half, keep the origin, the y-intercept at 0, which will pass through the origin. You can see that in this graph it actually gets more horizontal, not as steep from our original graph. If I go decrease the gradient once more, I might go to 0.25. So when the gradient is 0.25, what happens? You can see that when the gradient is decreasing, the graph is going more horizontal. Let's go one more, and I might go when the gradient is, say, 0.1 and the y-intercept is 0. You can see that it is obviously going much more horizontal. So from this video we can say that as the gradient increases, the graph gets steeper, or as the gradient decreases, the graph gets more horizontal.